Scar Con Carne. Hey, punk rock fans. Nerf Herder are returning to Chicago for the first time in over 17 years to play a merry punking Christmas at Reggie's on Saturday, December 7th with the copyrights Dan Vapid and the Cheats and Capgun Heroes. Proceeds from the show will go to buy food and toys for families in need this holiday season. There will also be a food and toy drive, so if you're going to the show, bring a non-perishable food item, any gently used toys, or sporting equipment, and you'll automatically be entered into a raffle to win some really rad stuff such as guitars, show posters autographed by the bands, and some really cool merch baskets. That's at Reggie's, Saturday, December 7th for the show, and help many have a happy holiday season. To learn more, go to the next page. I'm arthritic.
Stuck together by horseradish.
That's what it is. Oh, go to merrypunkingchristmas.com. merrypunkingchristmas.com.
Let's check that out.
To my right, Herb, the proprietor of Liars Club, the debauchery sensei of Chicago. In the back seat, Scott Lucas of Local H. In our laps, fried food from Hagen's Fish Market. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
Is this on?
This is on.
It keeps coming into the thing.
Yeah, no, we're on the video. We're doing the podcast thing. So we actually went to Hagen's, which is one of my favorite places. It's Montrose, just west of Central. There is no data reception. I mean, it's like a dead zone for any kind of cell phone activity. So we had to drive to Milwaukee and Montrose just to make this podcast happen. That's our commitment to our craft. But we have bags of fried food. We have bags of smoked food.
We got a second. James went in for a second round. We didn't have enough poundage.
Is this the spicy popcorn
That's a
shrimp?
spicy popcorn shrimp.
It's not spicy.
I got a spice just happening right now.
A little bit.
A little bit. Something.
But we also were having the St. Elmo's Fire, St. Elmo shrimp cocktail sauce. We bought a separate $8 bottle of that we're paying the price.
There's a little heat in here.
No, it doesn't actually say Fire.
So St. Elmo's is a place in Indianapolis. I've actually been there. It's a steakhouse, and they're known for their cocktail sauce. And we were talking about this before we started recording. Cocktail sauce is so different from hot sauce. Cocktail sauce, if you ingest it the wrong way, you will rip your face off. And in fact, we were doing that just before we started recording. Do I have I have a cup somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Are we sharing?
Yeah, well, there are your cups right here. Here, we have that one.
Are we all going to do it at the same time here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm saying my theory, it depends on the breath that you're taking, and it depends on where it hits your mouth and how you're breathing in. Because I got one that
there's
knocked
tons
me
of
out,
horseradish
and
in
another
here.
one- Yeah. All right, here we go.
It also needed to breathe.
Lucas was all, the breathing had something to do with it.
I thought you were making that up. Is that really a thing?
No, for sure it is. When it interacts with oxygen, absolutely that's a thing. Hold on.
I'm not ready.
We're not chugging it, are we?
No, we're not chugging it.
I thought you were cheersing. I'm like, what?
There we go. Here's yours.
What are we doing? We're just dipping? Here.
We're just
You want
dipping.
a jumbo?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, give me a jumbo.
Everyone have a jumbo.
Give one to Scott.
Shaky Jumbo. That was my stripper name. There we go.
Thank you. And before we eat, can we agree that St. Elmo's Fire is one of the worst songs released in the 1980s?
Yeah, I doubt I've ever heard it. I probably heard
you've
the song.
heard
I've
it.
never seen the movie.
Okay.
I know I've never seen the movie.
Is it worse than Naughty Naughty?
Worse than another John Parr classic. Thank you, Scott. All right, I've got a substantial amount of cocktail sauce on mine.
All right, we'll just agree. There it is, the cocktail. Oh, shit. I burnt my upper lip.
Oh.
I for real burnt my upper lip on the oil, and then I got the horseradish after.
Oh, my God.
This is the James Van Osdolf flagellation hour on whatever we're on.
I'm tearing up.
Carcon Peche, Carcon Moriscos.
Now, to be clear, we didn't just get the cocktail sauce. You got the spicy.
Well, this isn't their brand.
It burns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a ton of fried food. But, Scott, this Saturday night, the 23rd, you're at Liars Club. It's the rap party. This is it. The album is done.
Our work is done.
And you recorded with Steve Albini.
We recorded a big chunk of it with Albini, and we did. And I'd never recorded with him before, so that was that was cool. You know, I was a little nervous, but it went well.
Was that kind of like a bucket list thing? Like, you've been in this city for as long as you have, like, I should just work with Steve at some point before I...
Yeah, I suppose. Like, I talked to John Haggerty about it, and he was kind of surprised. He was like, how have you never worked with Steve before? So, yeah, based on his reaction, I was like, I probably should get around to doing this. And, but I don't know.
So are you... As long as you've been doing
For
this,
starters, I'm not quite as old as you.
As long as you've been doing this, Scott, do you still learn new stuff? Like when you work with Steve, is there stuff during the process you pull out of it? You're like, oh, that was cool. I didn't think about approaching a song that way. Or
yeah, I mean, like he famously doesn't like to give his opinion on the songs or the music, But I mean,
which I think is cool.
Yeah, it's very
He's
cool.
there to
It's very cool.
record
Yeah,
and
his whole
get the
idea is like,
sounds
I'm just hearing this song for the first time. I don't know. You should know. And I respect that. But, it was also kind of like, he does have opinions about stuff. And he knows when a take is good and when it isn't. And we tried to get him to, like, look, I know what your deal is, but we want to know what you think. We want to learn from you. Yeah.
Say it sucks.
Exactly. So, I mean, we were there to learn from him,
So where does the new album find you? Artistically, from a songwriting perspective, is it a progression from The Innocents? What are we looking at here?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we did re-record Innocence with Albini, so that's going to be on the record. It's kind of
did re-record?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I did not know
it's
that. That's cool.
that was just somebody came up with that idea, and I hadn't thought about it, and then I thought that is actually a pretty good idea. So that's what we did. It's kind of epic.
Jumbo's a little more jumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it's focused, so I don't know if that makes any sense.
It does.
I'm going in.
Scott's bringing the car to tears.
I'm going to be.
Man, I barely.
there's going to be that one. Here goes.
Yeah, I barely touched that one.
And it's one of those things, like, it's about to happen, and you just have to accept it.
You can't stop it, right?
Uh-huh. There's nothing you can do.
Back, upper, like roof of mouth, not a good spot for it.
No.
I'm going to try it.
I mean, it's not like, okay, I had too much
For
salsa.
taking a jumbo.
It's not like I've had too much salsa, give me some milk. It's just when you do too much horseradish,
Oh,
you're
it's
screwed.
a whole different. We were talking about that while you were inside there. Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Oh, my God. I took just a little piece and went all in.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the breathing thing is real. When it interacts with oxygen, it gets like twice as much.
I had no idea that was a real thing.
Feel free. I think it is. Any physicist, or not physicists, any chemists.
Tell me about science, Herb.
Yeah, any chemists that want to chime in on the Facebooks, let us know. I'm sure there's tons listening.
I'm huge with that crowd.
No, really.
People at Fermilab are watching right now.
It happens with hot sauce, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Okay, so the rap party is Saturday night. So you're going to... God damn it.
Yeah. This is pretty funny.
It got him, like, my tongue hurts this time. It didn't hurt before. It's like anything that has sensory...
your
No, you got to go past.
people
You
can
got to
probably
go
do
past your tongue, all the way to the back.
You got to shoot it, basically.
Yep.
All right. I'm done with the pride. I'm moving on to the smoked.
Can we call you a pussy?
Yeah. Absolutely. You say that? Isn't that one of the 7 words?
It's a podcast. All right, so you're going to be playing new songs at the rap party, Scott?
Yeah, maybe just
Yeah, are you
exclusively
playing,
new
I was
songs.
going to say, are you playing
Really?
like the whole thing?
Maybe.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
We've been practicing everything. And the idea is whatever doesn't sound embarrassing, we'll trot out.
Nice.
So, okay, the rap party happens Saturday. We hear the new songs live. When can we consume the new songs?
At this point, we don't know. We have a couple of people we're talking to about mixing. So there's a lot of scheduling stuff that's going on with the guy that we're talking to right now.
Okay.
So we were hoping to get it out in February, but if we have to wait until April to work with this guy, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. We'll see what happens.
And the way you're saying it tells me I can't ask you who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
If it doesn't work out, I don't want to look
Yeah,
like
that'd
an
be a drag,
Not for
asshole.
legal
Yeah.
reasons, but jinxy
Right.
reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have one more piece of fried food, and then we should break into more smoked fish. We got like a garlic smoked salmon.
The garlic smoked salmon is almost done back here, and then I'm going to open up the salmon candy.
Salmon candy.
So
what they said they smoke it with
candy,
salt, obviously, brown sugar, honey, and something else.
Love.
That sounds really good.
Love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Salmon candy. I read about it on the interwebs. They did not used to have it when I frequented the Hagens. Cool.
I'm going to give you this wax paper with the rest of the...
Oh, yeah, that's one shout out. They have wax-lined bags now at Hagen. It used to be you just got a regular old brown paper bag that greased through
There's a couple more pieces
pants.
of the garlic and...
If you haven't been to Hagen's, this
garlic
is
and pepper.
This old school fishmonger place.
Yeah, it's been there since like the 40s.
Right, and you just basically order your fillet and they'll drop it for you, and you can have it made as a po' boy. You can bring in. I've seen guys. I've been in here on the weekend. I've seen fishermen. Come in with like a bucket of fish, and they'll smoke the fish you catch.
$2 a pound.
Is that what it is?
Is that what it is? Right.
Yeah. And there's a sign. They'll smoke your turkey if you want them to.
Right for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they supposedly.
Yeah, I think Herb has smoked my turkey before.
At least your turkey neck. They have
low-hanging fruit for the rest of this podcast.
Yeah,
That's it.
They have theirs is like one of the last, full room hardwood smoking smokers. I forget. It's on the website.
Oh, you catch the smell the second you walk in.
It's awesome.
It is. And
when you went in the second time, did you catch it just as hard as the first time?
I did.
You did?
I caught it, Jumbo.
And one more.
All right.
These are so good.
That's pretty good, and I'm not.
See, I can't see who's commenting on Facebook Live. I just see the Herb with like 10 exclamation points on it.
Right.
What about Scott? 10 exclamation points.
It's Scott with 3 question marks.
Scott?
Right. Well,
curious.
Backseat.
All right, so the local HRAP party happens Saturday at Liars Club, the venerable institution known as Liars Club in Fullerton. And then on the 7th, right, is the Katie's Kids?
The 8th.
Sunday the 8th. We always do it on a Sunday because a little better for industry and whatnot.
Makes sense. All right, so explain the Katie's. This is not, what year is this?
This will be, I thought it was the 17th, and then Katie called me it was the 16th, so I had to change it. 16th annual.
Wow.
And Katie's Kids benefits the children of the Schwab's, the Schwab Kids Rehab Program at Schwab Rehabilitation Hospital, right across from Douglas Park, which is, Lawndale over there. And this specific party raises funds for the Christmas party, which is the following Wednesday at the actual hospital, and we get to go to the hospital, and Scott and I and Mike usually are lucky, and we get to work the toy room and actually pass out the gifts. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's real cool. And but then in the other rooms they have a DJ and they have games and they have interactive. It's very cool. And but yeah, that usually goes towards that, and we get like, if you ever want to see what $1,200, no, I shouldn't be monetizing it, but what $1,200 worth of pizza looks like, that's the party. It's pretty awesome.
It looks glorious.
They start carting it in. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I feel like we could eat $1,200 worth of pizza tonight.
Well, we just
I think we ate $1,200.
$1,200 worth of fried stuff.
We did.
Got another jumbo right there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, plenty here. And then there's cookie, or there's
wait, what was that reaction back there?
What?
That was like a joyous reaction back there.
Back here?
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was so much left. I was like,
oh yeah, he got another pound. We thought we were good, and
There's
James
another
went in
reaction.
and got another pound of jumbo and half a pound of spicy popcorn.
Yeah.
Shrimp.
All right, sorry. So Katie's Kids. I don't mean to distract
Yeah, this
from
is
it.
the 16th one in a row. Jake Burns, who the last couple years, due to touring responsibilities, whatnot, can only do a few songs, but he's back in full force this year. So we're gonna have a whole lot of good stuff. So it's Jake Burns from Simple Fingers, John Haggerty from Pegboy, Naked Ray Gun, Joe Haggerty from Pegboy, and a million other bands back in the day, and Mark DeRosa from Dummy, Scott from Local H, myself, and Ryan from Local H, and a few other guests probably. But yeah, it's always for real.
What a
It's
blast.
almost always the funnest night of the year.
And it feels good to
absolutely.
do something great like that.
Always. Well, Mike O'Connell and I talk about it a lot. It's where am I supposed to look if I'm looking at that thing?
Yeah, right there.
That we're just kind of a bunch of bar people for the most part, or music people, and it always feels good to do something for somebody else.
I said this recently. I want to do better with doing better, just in general.
Yeah, well,
Like
it's always a good feeling when you even attempt it.
I mean, I'm aware that I could be doing better. I could be more charitable in my life. So when I see something like the Katie's Kids benefit, I think that's right on. That's exactly something I could get behind, and
it's fun.
And it's fun
to attend the event. And also, if you cannot attend the event, you can donate online at katieskids.com. And also on the Katie's Kids website, there's actually an Amazon wish list. So if you want to send, you can pick your toy.
Is that the first year we're doing this?
No, I think it's the second or third, but it's really it's way better this
Okay,
year.
yeah.
So you can go on there. There's a ton of stuff to choose from, all different price ranges. You hit that, do it through your Amazon account, and it gets sent directly to the hospital for the hospital party. And that's really easy, so you kind of have no excuse. And the other thing that is new this year, and I'm not even sure how this exactly works, but the information's also on there. If you have Amazon Prime and already do all that shit, you can sign up for the whole year as Katie's Kids as your charity beneficiary or whatever, and they get a percentage of everything you spend on Amazon.
Oh, that's really cool.
Now
cool.
That can add up to a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially for all you nerds out there that don't like stores.
You make Amazon Prime sound like this crazy esoteric thing.
Dude, I just kind of started, and the only reason I do it is because there's one down the street from my girlfriend's house. There's one of the locker places, and I do think it's pretty awesome to and the next day I walk in and then it just pops open.
Well, they'll actually deliver it to your house too.
I know they will, but
I
much prefer the locker thing because it's gonna get stolen off my porch. I don't trust that.
Fair enough.
Because I'm an old man. I'm a grouchy old man.
You do sound kind of like an old man. If you're one of those fancy people with the Amazon,
yeah,
you can
tell you with those Amazonians.
If you have one of those computers at home, you can help support the cause.
I'm just short of that.
All right. So for more information on the Katie's Kids benefit specifically, where are we going?
katieskids.com, or you can go to the Liars Club Facebook page, which is whatever. Just go on Liars Club on Facebook. And actually, we have a Liars Club website now that some friends of mine
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. It's been up for it's been up for a month or two, but I don't think it's updated. I don't think it has all the new shows. But it's up there. There's some cool photos that Patrick Hudek took on it if you want to see.
Yeah, I'd love to see some archive stuff.
LiarsClubChicago.com.
I would definitely love to see some archive stuff going up there.
Yeah, but it's more archive from shows. We should really dip into the archives and curate it ourselves. But anyway.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No. It's a long story. Anywho, yeah, so that is Sunday, December 8th.
Great. And then
Don't
the
you dare
local
miss
H rap party, WRAP, as established,
Yes. Right.
happens on the 23rd, which is a Saturday night.
This Saturday, yeah.
2 opening bands?
2, yeah.
And they are?
Mostly trees, right?
Mostly trees,
new to this.
and then Pylons.
Because I think there's
There's Pylon. Well, Pylon
there's
did
Pylon,
crazy.
Right.
There's the Pylons, and there's Pylon. Pylons with the wrong accent aigu. Pylons.
Is that why you were talking about the REM cover?
That's exactly what we were talking about.
We were going
I was
to
trying to figure out what
This is
Pylon song they covered.
without the.
And it has nothing
with
to do
an
with
S.
the.
Yeah. Well, no. There is a band called The Pylons.
Uh-huh.
Then there's a band called Pylon. I've said this already.
Yeah. No,
Anyway,
we're good.
moving on.
Bottom line, Local H is going to be there playing all new stuff.
In a
If-
very small room.
if
And
you're a
you'll be
fan and-
lucky, we'll be lucky to have you.
and
Lucky
this,
to see it.
This city's full of Local H fans. You want to hear this new stuff early Saturday night. We're heading into Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
No one's getting anything done. This is a time to get out and just.
This is the time to get out and get nothing done.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right?
Absolutely.
We're all. no one's thinking about work. Someone says, Local H, please come to Tucson, please.
We're not allowed in Tucson anymore.
That can't be true.
Unknown Anonymous.
That can't
I
be
don't
true.
think I should pick that
Although,
up.
really, heading somewhere southwest, I think this winter is a great time for you to do that.
We are going out in February and March, and we might be in Tucson. I don't know the dates offhand, but we will definitely be
Tucson?
in Arizona.
Tucson.
And we'll, we might be in Tucson. I think
so-
we'll be in Phoenix.
So whoever wrote that, if you are actually watching in Arizona, thank you for doing that. That's pretty.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I'm like, how do we get on that?
That's pretty cool.
I can't see that well.
All right, so we're going to eat some candied salmon.
Oh, we're breaking it
let's
up.
go with the candy salmon.
Before
I mean,
we,
I am tempted for us to all do a chug.
are you
of
serious?
this. Yeah, just 'cause it'll be. Well, actually, we've wasted enough airtime.
Well, I mean, this is the money shot, really.
Yeah.
We're doing it?
Like,
Yeah,
explain
not
a chug. Like,
not
how do you
huge
define
one.
a chug?
No, just a sip.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay,
a
here we
chug would be
We'd-
potential vomiting.
Well, first, inhale it.
Inhale it.
You just get the
Well, no.
get that
Man, this is gonna be rough.
that bouquet.
All right, so we're just going to take a little
Has
sip.
anyone ever
I did it earlier. It's not that bad.
car con chat? What would be the past tense of shit in Spanish?
In
Somebody put it in there. Past tense of shit in
Here we
Spanish.
go.
All right,
All
ready?
right, all right, here, cheers. This is stupid.
Oh man.
Not bad.
As soon as you breathe in, you're fucked.
All right, here we go. Open up the candy.
This is quality entertainment.
I don't believe that Scott actually did it.
He did it. He already did it before though. But he thought he was getting.
The fact that there was no
Snowboy in the
reaction from the
back.
back seat makes me think that Scott was just.
This is my third cup,
Okay.
and it's almost done. I'll put some more in.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Where did the bottle go? Oh, you have
It's
the
right
bottle.
here.
Okay. Yeah. You're just gonna drive around with it in your drink carrier now.
Wow. Okay, I'm setting this down. That's just trouble for me.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Once
know what?
get in an
Oh, my
accident,
God.
It hits you in the eye.
But I've had so much of it that I can feel it all in my stomach.
I can feel it
That's
going
gonna
down
be
my
good.
throat
Yeah.
right now. I
It's
can feel
not-
it
That is
making
what
its
they
way.
call a two-timer, because you're gonna feel it again.
Oh, is that why they call it a two-timer?
Well, that's why it isn't why Kiss wrote the song. but-
Okay, here we go. Here's some
Ooh, candy.
candied
Salmon candy.
salmon candy.
Break off the-
It's the candy man. Show me the candy man. Oh wow, it's like
firm,
crystallized
right?
on it. Yeah. Wow. Ooh.
This looks. Did you have some yet, Scott?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not waiting. Sorry. It's actually not too sweet. It's very light.
Someone just wrote Barforama. Gross. Confirmed.
Which part?
Yeah, this is not Barforama. The Barforama could be later.
It's not bad, right?
No, I thought it was going to be like totally.
If it's too
caramelized
sweet for
candy.
you, you can
Not too sweet at all.
dump it in the St. Elmo sauce.
Honestly, it tastes a lot like the salmon we just had, doesn't it?
It's not. That's what's great is they don't overdo it there. It's really good. Nice sweet aftertaste.
It is good. A little
Yeah.
oily.
Oh
It might be better than the other one.
no, it's definitely better
Yeah,
than
the
that
sweetness,
one.
the brown
Now-
sugar. I
now-
agree.
Now that sweetness is hitting.
Nice little
We should
palate
just have
cleanser
a
from
food
the.
tasting show. Fuck this music
Coming back
shit.
up.
All right,
Coming back around again.
Everything's coming back up tonight.
You get it?
Huh?
Not the first time I've had a salmon in my pocket.
I don't even know what that means.
He's happy to see you.
Trading Places reference, probably. I don't know.
Okay. Any other 80s references we can make outside of Trading Places?
my
and
life.
John Parr. Not bad. All right,
Yeah,
so I'm not
no,
going
that's pretty
to
good.
subject people to listening and watching us eat the rest of the salmon.
I think you should. Like I said, let's just.
That'd be
Have
very
a
Andy
tasting
Kaufman,
show.
right? If we just sat there and
Yeah.
ate and didn't talk and made people watch.
We would take the cameras into the crapper layer. It's perfect.
How would you rate the Liars Club bathrooms on a scale of 1 to 10?
The men's, a half. Half of 1. The women's, I give 7.5, close to 8. Because we redid that recently. That's where I do all my business.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Before doors
And
open?
Gary just repainted the women's too the other day. Yeah, the women's is I will put up. I'll put on the slab against many. The guys is unbearable.
A little problematic?
Yeah,
Yeah. Part of the charm.
yeah, absolutely. It's We're gonna have to redo the floor soon, though, or until someone it's become the basement bathroom soon. If we don't,
That's a pain in the
I
ass.
probably shouldn't say that on the air.
Nah, it's fine. We're well into the podcast at this point.
Yeah. Most people have tuned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not allowed to listen to the past.
Right.
The authorities can't listen past the first 5 minutes.
Right. That's true.
Through attrition, we probably lost a great deal of people, so I think we're fine.
Exactly.
All right, so in summary, this food from Hagen's is great.
Awesome.
I'm
You know
really
the
glad you
address
suggested
exactly?
it. What's that?
Is the address on here? We should plug it.
Montrose and Central.
Yeah. It's just west of Central on Montrose.
Yeah, it's probably 10 minutes, if that, west of the Kennedy exit.
Yeah.
Food's great. Thank you for suggesting it. Love Liars Club. Most fun place to hang out in the city of Chicago.
Thanks.
One of the best bands, period, Local H. You can see them Saturday night at Liars Club, debuting new music. Love Local H. Love you guys. Saturday, Local H, the 8th for Katie's Kids, the benefit. Good cause. And, another good cause really is Scott Lucas's drinking money. So go see him Saturday night.
Yes. Excellent.
Buy
Well,
some.
Yeah, not to
we're in the
mention-
hole making this record,
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
the drinking's going to have to wait.
Got to pay. Okay. Pay off some debt first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who said it. I don't know if this is worth even asking you. This is a risk. Someone just said, can Herb tell the Joe Walsh story? Is this a story worth even sharing? If the answer is no, we can...
He lived on the second floor. I don't know which Joe Walsh story. Yeah, he lived on the second floor of the bar.
Wait, Joe Walsh did?
Yeah. You didn't know this? We told this. I think we told this on your show before, haven't we?
I was drunk. I don't remember.
He's blocked it out.
When we, yeah,
It's so dramatic.
When we first looked at the space, which was fall of 1994, almost exactly 25 years ago.
Jesus.
And Joe Walsh
Joe
was there?
Walsh was living on the second floor.
Oh, my God.
Which his bedroom was what used to be the second floor bar, and it was a fucking hovel. I mean, it was he was all fucked up on drugs, and it was right before the first Eagles reunion.
Yeah,
tour.
I was going to say the timing was,
and he was on voluntary contractual house arrest with an anklet that was so he wouldn't go out and do drugs and drink and do
Holy
dope,
crap.
basically. And then the tour, he left. Blah blah blah. The tour started, and it was part of also in his contract that if he fell off the wagon, he didn't get a penny, but he stayed clean. He got his money, and the rest is now he's a gazillionaire again. And
So he's up there just learning Beatles songs? I mean, Beatles songs? Beatles.
Right.
Eagles?
Eagles songs, yeah, right. And what was I going to say? Oh, that was for the fun fact. That was the first tour that all tickets, or that tickets were over $100. So thanks, fucking Eagles.
yeah.
I was like,
And
man,
by the way, I was
now
re-listening.
100's cheap.
I was re-listening to the Long Run album for my first time in many years.
Yeah.
What a terrible album.
Why?
There are some songs.
My question is
just,
why?
Just I listened to it when I was a kid. Teenage Jail is on that one.
You should have taken it to the limit then. Oh, that's not on that record.
No.
But still.
The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks is on that album. Exactly.
I forgot about that.
Just
Wait, it's the
terrible
long one?
stuff.
Yeah, I got. The long one was just black, and it says
Yeah.
the long one. Oh, dude, I got for my
It's not the long one, it's the long run.
run. I know.
Yeah.
That's
The long
that's a
one.
Movie. But I got like 8 copies of that for whatever year my birthday was that year, and I was just like, I didn't want one copy of this.
Yeah.
And everyone at my birthday party brought that record.
I can still feel the cocktail sauce making its odyssey through my body.
Oh, it's amazing.
Awesome.
It's going through like Drano.
It is. It's routing out everything that.
I don't even want to start with my GI fireworks. I've had a lot of this week.
Here's the thing. Before we started recording, Herb threatened us with lower GI stories. And I kept wondering if they were going to find their way organically, so to speak, or if
Yeah.
we'd have to coax them out.
Nah.
Herb, please tell us about your lower GI.
Nah, nothing good. I had a rough week, so I've been off the booze. I'll be testing out my lower GI at its normal capacity on Saturday for the show. So we'll see. If not, you may find me locally hospitalized on Sunday. But not really. Nothing that interesting.
This is the high stakes world that Herb lives in.
Yeah, I tell you. Lowbrow, high stakes.
All right, well, guys, thank you for doing this.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you at Liars Club a couple times in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
I again want to thank our sponsor for this week, the Nerf Herder Show, happening at Reggie's on Saturday, December 7th. Find out more at merrypumpkinchristmas.com. gmail.com. If you're watching on Facebook Live or YouTube, thank you for doing that. If you're listening, well, thanks for doing that too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.